welcome NZCFL. We are back as we head to week 1. We are going to be watching Virginia going to Colorado as Virginia is led by quarterback Drayton Milliken and Colorado is led by Preston Cately. As we head to the midfield for the coin toss, and Virginia chooses tails, and it is tails, and they elect to receive the ball in the second half. As both teams are going for the kickoff, Nick Cook of Virginia kicks the ball off, and it is a touchback. First and 10 on Colorado's 25, the first drive of the NZCFL season. Oh, game day. Preston Gately, he hands the ball to Devin Hara. Devin Hara, he's able to find a small hole, but it gets 9 yards. Second and 1 on Colorado's 34. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he just tosses it over to Josh Hoke as he comes off the mesh, and for a 9-yard gain before getting taken down. First and 10 on Colorado's 43. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he sees Steve Arias wide open, and he throws it, but he just throws it to the ground, to his feet, incomplete. Second and 10 on Colorado's 43. Preston Gately hands the ball to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson runs up the middle, and it only finds 2 yards. Third and 8 on Colorado's 45. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he sees Josh Hoke going towards the sideline, and he throws it, and it just barely tips his fingertips, and it is incomplete. A very promising starting drive, but balls just stops out of nowhere. Fourth and 8 on Colorado's 45. Larry Dean, he goes for a punt. He punts it for 44 yards, and Dominique Tejeda returns the punt for 12 yards. Tejada. First and 10 on Virginia's 23. Drayton Milliken, he drops back to pass, and he dumps it to Brian Callahan. And Brian Callahan slides down for 8 yards. Second and 2 on Virginia's 31. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Brian Callahan, and he goes off the right tackle, and he stiffs arm the defender, and he gets pushed out of bounds, and he gets taken down out of bounds, and flags are thrown, and we call it an unnecessary roughness on Joe Carter as Virginia accepts. First and 10 on Colorado's 48. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he throws a slant towards Malik Lewis, and Malik Lewis has some room as he finds 18 yards before getting taken down. First and 10 on Colorado's 30. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Dominique Tejada, and Tejada is able to only find 1 yard. Second and 9 on Colorado's 29. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he's looks at Kurt Ledzinski, and Kurt Ledzinski is able to jump up in the air and find 16 yards. First and 10 on Colorado's 13, and they are rolling into the not the end zone, but the red zone. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he quickly passes it. Quentin Daniel is able to get the first down and finds 11 yards. First and goal on Colorado's 2. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Brian Callahan, and Brian Callahan is able to climb the ladder and reaches the ball over the plane, and it crosses. Brian Callahan rushes for 2 yards for the touchdown. 6-0. Nick Cook puts up the extra point, and it is good. 7-0. 7-0 Virginia. Nick Cook kicks the ball off, and once again it goes past the end zone, and it's a touchback. First and 10 on Colorado's 25. Let's see what they can do. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he throws a slant to Jacob Roderick. And Jacob Roderick is rocked as he is the ball falls incomplete, and Jacob Roderick is not moving. He is injured as the trainers come out and take a look at him and take him to the sideline. 2nd and 10 on Colorado's 25. Preston Catlett drops back to pass. He tosses to Steve Arias, and it falls incomplete as it gets broken up. 3rd and 10 on Colorado's 25. Preston Catlett drops back to pass, and he's looking to the other side of the field to Devin Ahara, and Devin Ahara is not able to bring in the ball as it just falls in and out of his hands. 4th and 10 on Colorado's 25. Larry Dean punts the ball for a nice 51 yards, and Dominic Tejada is there to return the punt for a quality 25 yards before getting taken down. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 49. Virginia has some very good starting field advantage. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and Staley Long beats to his man, and Drayton throws the ball, and it is completed, and he gets taken down by the safety for a 25-yard gain. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 26. Already knocking towards the end zone. Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Dominic Tejada. Tejada is able to find 2 yards up the middle. It's 2nd and 8 on Colorado's 24. Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Ryan Callahan. Callahan goes up the middle for 2 yards. 3rd and 6 on Colorado's 22. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan, and Ryan Callahan tries to bounce it out, and he's getting pushed out of bounds for a 4-yard gain. He will be short. It's 4th and 2 on Colorado's 18. They go for it? Drayton Milliken and Coach Wick are discussing, and Wick sends out the kick team. Nick Cook lines up for the 35-yard field goal. And Nick Cook just chips it in and it is good for a 35-yard field goal. It is 10-0 Virginia. Nick Cook kicks the ball off, and it goes to the 9-yard line, and Gavin Bolton of Colorado returns the punt for a 14-yard gain. It's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 23. Preston Catlett drops back to pass, and he finds Mike Pringle, and Mike Pringle is able to dance for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 on Colorado's 27. Preston Catlett drops back to pass, and he dumps it to Vince Williams, who's able to make his first guy miss, and he's able to get past the 15-yard, and 16 yards he will get before getting taken down. And there's flags on the play as it is offsides on Antonio Hooper of Virginia. Colorado declines. It's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 43. Preston Catlett drops back to pass, and he swings it out to Noah Jackson, and Noah Jackson is not able to complete the ball as he is hit and is not able to complete it. 2nd and 10 on Colorado's 43. Preston Catlett drops back to pass, and he is looking towards Steve Arias, and once again Preston just overthrows Steve Harris as he's not able to get the ball. 3rd and 10 on Colorado's 43. Preston Catlett hands the ball to Devin Ahara. Devin Ahara is able to bounce this off to the left side, and he's able to find the first down as he stretches over for a 1st and 10 on Virginia's 46. Preston Catlett hands the ball off to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson's able to find 3 yards up the middle. 2nd and 7, Virginia's 43. Second and 7, Virginia's 43. Preston Catlett drops back to pass. And he's looking for Steve once more, and Steve is not able to catch the ball as it gets broken up by a defender. 3rd and 7 on Virginia's 43. Preston Gately draws back to pass, and it is a deep post route to Steve Harris, and he's finally is able to connect with them for a 21-yard gain as it is 1st and 10 on Virginia's 22. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he throws the ball over to Devin O'Hara, and it falls incomplete as flags are thrown on the play, and it looks to be it's an offensive penalty on Josh Hoke of the offense for a face mask, which is really weird. So it's a 1st and 25 on Virginia's 37. Preston Gately drops back to pass. He throws it over to Vince Williams, and Vince Williams gets the ball punched out of his hands for an incomplete pass. 2nd and 25 of Virginia's 37. Preston Gately hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara is able to find 5 yards before getting taken down. 3rd and 20 on Virginia's 32. This is a dangerous place to be. And Preston Gately just hands the ball to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara is only able to find 1 yard. It's 4th and 19 on Virginia's 31. Colorado sends out the kicking team for a 48-yard field goal. And Anton Waitley puts it up, and it is straight down the middle. It is good. 48-yard field goal is good. It is 10-3 Virginia. Anton Waitley kicks the ball off the 9-yard line, and Irvin Moore of Virginia returns it. He's able to find 19 yards. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 28. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he swings it out to Dominique Tejada, and Tejada is able to find 5 yards before getting taken down. It's 2nd and 5 on Virginia's 33. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he sees Malik Lewis going towards the sidelines, but he's heavily covered, and Drayton Milliken just throws it out of bounds just to keep it. It's 3rd and 5 on Virginia's 33. Drayton Milliken play action off of Dominic Tejada, and he sees Quentin Daniel streaking down the line, and he throws it, and he's able to complete it. And before he gets taken down, he is able to find 29 yards. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 38. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he finds Kurt Ladzinski that is coming down the middle for a 16-yard gain. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 22. Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Ryan Callahan, and he goes up the middle, and there's a hole, and he's able to find 11 yards before getting tripped up. It is 1st and 10 on Colorado's 11. Drayton Milliken hands the ball up to Ryan Callahan. Ryan Callahan is able to find 4 yards. 2nd and 6 on Colorado's 7. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Brian Callahan, and Brian Callahan is not able to get any yards as he goes back to the line of scrimmage for a 0-yard gain. And there's flags on the play, as looks to be an unnecessary roughness on Kurt Ladzinski of Virginia. Of course, it is accepted by Colorado. It's 2nd and 21 on Colorado's 22. Drayton Milliken on a quarterback design draw, he only finds 2 yards, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. It is 10-3 Virginia. Oh, 13-3 Virginia, sorry. Oh, wait, no, sorry. 10-3 Virginia. And Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he sees Kurt Lozinski towards the end zone. He just overthrows him. It falls in, completes 4th and 19 on Colorado's 20. And Nick Cook lines up for the 37-yard field goal, and it is good for 37. It is 13-3. Nick Cook kicks the ball up the 0-yard line, and Gavin Walton. Uh, Gavin Walton is able to find 19 yards, but there are flags on the play as the refs actually call holding on the incorrect player as they call holding on Gavin Walton. But like I said, he was the one that was carrying the ball, so the refs called it on the wrong player. So that's exciting. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 11. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he throws it towards Steve Harris, and is intercepted by Alicio Rizzo, and Alicio was able to get 4 yards. But there are flags on the play. Gately gets hit pretty late, and it's illegal contact on Tyler Rackley of Virginia that is declined, and roughing the passer on Greg Livis that is accepted on Virginia. So it's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 26. Preston Gately hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara is able to find a hole through by the guard and is able to find 12 yards before getting taken down. It's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 38. Preston Gately hands the ball off to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson's able to find 2 yards. 2nd and 8 on Colorado's 40. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he's looking towards the tight end, Todd Mahoney. And Todd Mahoney, it just hits him in the numbers of his jersey and just falls incomplete as he's not able to bring in the ball. 3rd and 8 on Colorado's 40. Preston Gately drops back to pass, and he's looking for Steve Harris. And Steve Harris is just overthrown as he's nowhere near him. There's flags on the play. Looks to be a holding on Desmond Perry, which is declined. It's 4th and 8 on Colorado's 40. Larry Dean punts the ball for 46 yards, and Dominic Tejada is there to return it. He starts trotting down to the right side, and he cuts it back to the left, and he has blockers, and there's a hole, and he is able to go all the way for an 86-yard touchdown punt return, but there are flags on the play. It looks to be like a illegal block in the back on Ryan Wright of Virginia when Tejada turned it back to the left side. That's when the block in the back happened. It is 1st and 10 on Colorado's 40. Great. Milliken hands the ball off to Tejada. Tejada is able to find 4 yards up the middle. It's 2nd and 6 on Colorado's 36. It is 13-3 with 11 minutes and 55 seconds left of the first half. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Brian Callahan. Callahan's able to bounce it out for a 5-yard gain. It is 3rd and 1 on Colorado's 31. And Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and it's a quick pass to Kurt Lozinski, but is tipped by the defender and is incomplete. 4th and 1 on Colorado's 31. Last time Wick didn't go for the 4th down, and this is a different story as he sends out the offense. And everybody's lined up on the line of scrimmage, and Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Dominic Tejada, and Tejada is literally getting pushed for 12 yards. It's a 1st and 10 on Colorado's 19. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass as it's just a quick slant route to Stanley Long, and he's able to find 14 yards. It's 1st and goal on Colorado's 5. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Timothy Beckham. Timothy Beckham is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage as it's almost instantly blown up. 2nd and goal on Colorado's 5. And Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he's instantly lobs it to the corner of the end zone to Malik Lewis, and he catches it for a 5-yard touchdown. 19-3, Virginia. And Wick sends out the offense for a 2-point conversion. And once again, they line up to the line of scrimmage, and Drayton Milliken, he goes for the quarterback sneak, but the Colorado defensive line is able to push him back for a -1 yard. A 2-point conversion has failed. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left of the first half. Nick Cook kicks the ball to the end zone, and Gavin Walton returns the kick for a 25-yard return. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 22. Preston Catley drops back to pass. Incomplete pass to Devin O'Hara as it falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 on Colorado's 22. Preston Catley trots back to pass, and he's able to find Noah Jackson for an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2 on Colorado's 30. Preston Catley drops back to pass, and he's looking for, and he swings it out to Devin O'Hara, and it falls incomplete as he is instantly taken down and is not able to gather in the ball. 4th and 2 on Colorado's 30. Colorado sends out the punt team. Larry Dean punts the ball for 40 yards, and Dominic Tejada is able to return it. And once again, he tries to kick it to the left side and gets tripped up. And there are flags on the play as it's a illegal block in the back on Trey Porter. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 22. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he tosses it to Kurt Lazinski, and Kurt Lazinski, and it's thrown behind him, so it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 on Virginia's 22. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass. And he sees Malik Lewis wide open, and then he throws it in. It gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 on Virginia's 22. Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Brian Callahan. Brian Callahan is able to find 7 yards, which is not enough for the first down. It's 4th and 3 on Virginia's 29. Omar Freeman punts the ball for a 47-yard punt, and Gavin Walton is able to return it for 9 yards. And there are flags being thrown on the play. There are 2 offsetting penalties on the play. The previous down would be replayed. It's 1st and 10, so it just goes to a 1st and 10 on Colorado's 24. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara is able to go off the guard, and he finds 6 yards. 2nd and 4 on Colorado's 30. Preston Catley drops back to pass, and he dumps it off to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson's able to make the first guy miss, and he gets taken down for a 5-yard gain. It's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 35. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left for the first half. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Noah Jackson, and Noah Jackson tries to bounce it out, but it gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a -2-yard loss. It's 2nd and 12 on Colorado's 33. Preston Catley drops back to pass, and he is able to find Vince Williams on the comeback. And Vince Williams makes the guy behind him miss, and he's able to find a couple more yards for a 16-yard return. Timeout, Colorado. 2 remaining, 1st and 10 on Colorado's 49. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson's able to find the hole and find 12 yards. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 39. Preston Catley drops back to pass, and he just tosses it. Ty Mahoney on a crossing route for a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 26. And Preston Catley hands the ball off to Noah Jackson. Noah Jackson's able to go up the middle, and he finds the hole, and he cuts back, and he finds 14 yards. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 12. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Noah Jackson, and Noah Jackson is able to go off the guard on the left side, and he finds the end zone for a 12-yard rushing touchdown. It is 19-9. The extra point is up, and it is good. 19-10 Virginia. Anton Waitley kicks the ball into the end zone, and Irvin Moore returns the kickoff for a 16-yard gain, which is a horrible decision because it's 1st and 10 on Virginia's 8. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan. Ryan Callahan rushes for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 on Virginia's 12. 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the first half. Drayton Milliken hands the ball, drops back to pass, and he finds Stanley Long for the first down for a 13-yard gain. Virginia takes the timeout with 1 remaining. Oh, actually, that was Colorado taking that timeout. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan. And Ryan Callahan is able to find 5 yards, but there's flags on the play. It is a holding on Eddie Corker. 1st and 20 on Virginia's 15. And Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Dominic Tejada. Tejada is able to find 5 yards. And it is a holding on Mark Beatty of Colorado. It is 1st and 10 on Virginia's 20. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass. And he gets chased by Jake Pagan. And he gets tripped up by Jake. And it's a 5-yard loss for a sack. 2nd and 15 on Virginia's 15. Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Timothy Beckham. Beckham is able to find 2 yards up the middle. And Drayton Milliken hands off the ball to Dominic Tejada. Tejada goes up the middle, and there are flags thrown on the play as he gets taken down. And it is a face mask on Jake Pagan for 1st and 10 on Virginia's 33. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Dominic Tejada. Tejada is able to find 12 yards. Timeout, Colorado, 0 remaining. 1st and 10 on Drayton. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 45. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan for the 8-yard gain. As they keep on as Virginia just hands the ball to Dominic Tejada to end the half. Oh, actually, no, they are driving as Tejada is able to find 10 yards on Colorado's 37 and then 9 yards on Colorado's 28. And Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan for 4 yards. With 36 seconds left, 1st and 10 on Colorado's 24. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Dominic Tejada. Tejada is able to find 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5 on Colorado's 19. Drayton Milliken hands the ball off to Ryan Callahan. Ryan Callahan is instantly met by the defensive line for a negative 1-yard loss. 3rd and 6 on Colorado's 20. And Drayton Milliken hands the ball to Ryan Callahan. Callahan is able to find that 1 yard he lost. And Their defensive player, Clifton Holcomb, is on the ground as he gets taken out to be checked by the trainers. It's 4th and 5 on Colorado's 19, and Wick sends out the field goal team, and Nick Cook puts it up, and it is good as time expires. It's 22-10, the end of the first half. All right. Let's take a look at some other games here. So we go to Missouri and Alabama. And this game is actually tied at halftime, 17-17. So that will be a game to definitely to watch. And then we go to Nebraska and Wisconsin as if I find them, there they are. As Wisconsin is up 21-7 at halftime against Nebraska. And then we go to Ohio State and Tennessee as it is tied as well, 14-14. And then we go to Oklahoma State and Utah State. And then this game, and Utah State is actually winning 30-17 at the end of the first half. As once again, this game is actually brought to you by Kroger brand chocolate milk. Best milk in the world. Best milk in the game. As we kick off and go back to the second half of the Colorado and Virginia game. Anton Waitley kicks the ball off to the 6-yard line, and Irvin Moore of Virginia is able to return it for 25 yards. 1st and 10 on Virginia's 31. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass. He throws it over to Kirk Lazinski and is incomplete as it is batted down by the defensive back. I'm literally drinking chocolate, Kroger chocolate milk as well. It's my favorite. It's 2nd and 10 on Virginia's 31. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass. He dumps it to Quentin Daniel for a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 on Virginia's 36. And before the play is snapped, there's flags thrown in the play. It is a false start on Anthony Oluwatimi, and is accepted. It's 3rd and 10 on Virginia's 31. Drayton Milliken is able to hand the ball to Ryan Callahan as it is a counter to the right, and he has blockers and he's able to plow away for a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10 and on Virginia's 44. Drayton Milliken is able to drops back to pass, and he pumps it, fakes it to the left side, and he throws it to Kurt Lazinski, and Kurt Lazinski is able to climb the ladder and grab the ball for a 20-yard return catch. It's 1st and 10 on Colorado's 36. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he sees Stanley Long for an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 on Colorado's 28. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and it falls incomplete to Stanley Long. 3rd and 2 on Colorado's 28. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he's looking for Quentin Daniel, and it falls incomplete as it just gets thrown to the ground. 1st and 2 on Colorado's 28. Drayton Milliken drops back to pass, and he's instantly chased by the defenders, and he has all to run against, and he gets tripped by a defender, and he is down. He is short by a yard. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 27. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara is able to find 7 yards. 2nd and 3 on Colorado's 34. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara. Devin O'Hara rushes for 6 yards. 1st and 10 on Colorado's 40. Preston Catley hands the ball off to Devin O'Hara once more, and he's able to find 9 yards. 2nd and 1 on Colorado's 49. Preston Catley hands the ball off, and he goes to Devin O'Hara for a 1-yard gain, and that's all he needs for the 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Preston Catley drops back to pass. He's looking for Josh Hoke, and Josh Hoke is able to grab the ball, but it gets punched out by the defender, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 on the 50-yard line. Preston Catley drops back to pass. And actually, it's a reverse to Steve Harris, and Steve Harris gets tripped up for a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9 on Virginia's 49. And Preston Catley hands the ball off to Noah Jackson. And Noah Jackson is only able to find 1 yard. It's 4th and 8 on Virginia's 48. Larry Dean punts the ball for 38 yards, and it's returned for 11 yards. And once more, illegal block in the back by Alicio Rizzo, the 3rd one of the day. And honestly, this is just where we see that it does not get any better for Colorado, as there is a Virginia field goal with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter, making it 25-10, and then a 41-yard field goal with 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter, making it 28-10, and that will be your game. 28-10, Virginia. Game day week 1, Virginia wins.